Alright guys, let us discuss this question. There was a similar question in indefinite integrals in 2020 paper. This is pi by 6 to pi by 3. I can write sec as 1 by cos. So this is 1 by cos x to the power of cos x to the power of 2 by 3. So this is 1 upon cos x to the power of 2 by 3, and then sin x to the power of, so sec is 1 by sin x to the power of 4 by 3. This is sin to the power of 4 by 3. 4 by 3 and then dx. I can write this as integration of pi by 6 to pi by 3. If I shift to numerator, this is sin x to the power of minus 4 by 3. Okay, and then shift to numerator, this is cos x to the power of minus 2 by 3. Minus 2 by 3 and then dx. Okay, now this is of the form sin power mx and cos to the power of nx. Sin power mx cos to the power of nx. Okay, this m plus n should be a negative even integer. M plus n will be equal to minus 4 by 3 minus 2 by 3, that is equal to minus 2. So you get negative even integer. Okay, so you get a negative even integer. So whenever you have sin power mx cos power nx, m plus n is a negative even integer. You should multiply and divide by cos power kx. Multiply and divide by cos power kx, and the value of k will be equal to minus of m plus n. So minus of m plus n will be obviously plus 2. So multiply and divide by cos square x. So this is equal to 0, pi by 6 to pi by 3. Pi by 6 to pi by 3, this is sin x to the power of minus 4 by 3. Okay, and then cos x to the power of minus 2 by 3. Minus 2 by 3, and then I'll multiply by cos square. Multiply by cos square x and divide by cos square x. Okay, and then dx. Powers are added. So 1 upon you keep as it is, no problem. So this is equal to integration of pi by 6 to pi by 3. Pi by 6 to pi by 3 sin x to the power of minus 4 by 3. Okay, powers are added. You get cos x to the power of plus 4 by 3. Okay, 1 by cos is equal to sec. So this is equal to sec square x dx. Okay, so this is sec square x dx. I can write this as integration of pi by 6 to pi by 3. Okay, so I can write this as sin x to the power of minus 4 by 3. Okay, upon cos x to the power of minus 4 by 3. Cos x to the power of minus 4 by 3 and then into sec square x dx. Okay, into this is sec square x dx. Sin by cos is equal to tan. So this can be written as pi by 6 to pi by 3. Okay, pi by 6 and upper limit is pi by 3. Okay, and then this is tan x to the power of minus 4 by 3. Minus 4 by 3, and sec square x can be written as d of tan x. So this is minus 4 by 3. Minus 4 upon 3, and sec square x can be written as d of tan x. Okay, so integrating tan with respect to tan will be equal to tan x to the power of minus 4 by 3 plus 1. Minus 4 by 3 only now. Yes, minus 4 by 3 plus 1 upon minus 4 by 3 plus 1. This is minus 4 by 3 plus 1 Okay, between the limits pi by 6, between the limits pi by 6 to pi by 4, pi by 6 to pi by 3. Okay, so this equal to tan x to the power of minus 1 by 3, tan x to the power of minus 1 by 3 upon minus 1 by 3 between the limits pi by 6 to pi by 3. So this goes to numerator, you will get this as minus 3. I'll skip one step. Upper limit will be equal to tan 60, right? Tan 60 will be equal to root 3. So this is root 3 to the power of minus 1 by 3. Minus lower limit tan 60 is 1 by root 3. So this will be minus 1 by root 3 whole to the power of minus 1 by 3. So this is minus 3. Okay, 3 to the power of minus 1 by 6. Minus 1 by 3 to the power of minus 1 by 6. Okay, powers are added. If I open the bracket, you will get this as minus 3 and then 3 to the power of minus 1 by 6. Minus and minus is plus. 3 to the power of 3 into 3 to the power of divided by 3 to the power of minus 1 by 6. So this is minus 3 to the power of, powers are added, you get 5 by 6. Okay, and powers are added, take to numerator, add the power, you get 7 by 6. So this is 3 to the power of 7 by 6 minus 3 to the power of 5 by 6. Okay, that's the answer, guys. 3 to the power of 7 by 6 minus 3 to the power of 5 by 6. Answer is option B. Okay, now this is equal to 0 to pi by 2. I'll take this as integration I is equal to 0 to pi by 2. Cot can be written as cos by sine. Okay, again cot is equal to cos by sine. And cosec can be written as 1 by sine. So you take LCM sine, it will get cancelled. So I get I is equal to integral 0 to pi by 2. Okay, and then you get this as cos x upon 1 plus cos x. I'll add 1 and subtract 1. Write the numerator in terms of denominator. So this is I is equal to integration 0 to pi by 2. Integral 0 to pi by 2. Add 1 and subtract 1. You get 1 plus cos minus 1 upon 1 plus cos x. Okay, 1 plus cos x dx. So this is I is equal to integration 0 to pi by 2. Okay, 1 plus cos upon 1 plus cos. Okay, minus integration 0 to pi by 2. 1 upon 1 plus cos x. 1 upon 1 plus cos x dx. Anyways, this will get cancelled. You get I is equal to integration of dx is x between the limit 0 to pi by 2. Okay, minus integral 0 to pi by 2. 1 plus cos x is 2 cos square x by 2. 2 cos square x by 2. So I is equal to upper limit is pi by 2. Anyways, lower limit is 0. Minus 1 upon 2. And then this is 0 to pi by 2. Okay, 1 by cos is sec square x by 2 dx. Okay, I is equal to integration 0. I is equal to pi by 2 minus 1 upon 2. Integration of sec square x is tan x. So this is tan x by 2. Coefficient of x is half, divided by half. Okay, between the limits 0 to pi by 2. I'm going to cancel this half and half. I is equal to pi by 2. Okay, minus upper limit is tan pi by 4. Okay, and lower limit is 0. So you get I is equal to pi by 2 minus 1. Okay, I have to bring it to this form, right? M into pi plus n form. So this is pi minus 2 divided by 2. Okay, now this is of the form Okay, so this can be written as 1 by 2 into pi minus 2 form. Okay, now this is of the form m into pi plus n form. Okay, so what's the value of m? So the value of m will be equal to 1 upon 2, and the value of n will be equal to minus 2. So now m into n is equal to minus 1. Okay, that's answer, guys. Answer will be equal to option D. Okay, I'm supposed to find the value of alpha. That's a question. So I can write this as alpha, upper limit is alpha plus 1. If I do the reverse LCM, this can be written as x plus alpha. Okay, this can be written as 1 upon x plus alpha. Okay, minus 1 upon x plus alpha minus 1. You take LCM and cross multiply, you get back the same thing. Okay, is equal to log to the base e of 9 upon 8. Okay, now integration of 1 by x is log x. You get log of x plus alpha between the limits alpha and alpha plus 1. Integration of 1 by x is log x. You will get log of x plus alpha plus 1 between the limits alpha and alpha plus 1. Okay, is equal to log to the base e of 9 upon 8. Now upper limit, if I substitute alpha, alpha plus 1 plus alpha will be equal to 2 alpha plus 1. Okay, minus lower limit will be equal to log of 2 alpha. Okay, 9, then minus of upper limit will be equal to log of alpha plus 1 plus alpha plus 1 will be 2 alpha plus 1. Minus lower limit will be equal to log of, if you substitute alpha, alpha plus 1, that is 2 alpha plus 1. Okay, and then that's equal to log to the base e of 9 upon 8. Now this is log of 2 alpha plus 1. Okay, minus this is log 2 alpha. Minus this is log of, if you multiply, you get 2 alpha plus 2. Okay, minus and minus will be plus. If you open the bracket, you get log of 2 alpha plus 1 is equal to log of 9 by 8. Okay, now if I add these two are same, right? So this can be written as 2 into log of 2 alpha plus 1. 2 alpha plus 1. Okay, and then if you take minus common here, you will get log m plus log n. So this will be equal to minus of log of 2 alpha, okay, into 2 alpha plus 2. 2 alpha plus 2 is equal to log of 9 by 8. Okay, now log n log m is log m power n. Log of 2 alpha plus 1 the whole square minus this is log of 2 alpha into 2 alpha plus 2. Okay, is equal to log to the base c of 9 upon 8. Log m minus log n is log m by n. You get log of numerator is 2 alpha plus 1 the whole square. Okay, and then denominator will be equal to 2 alpha into 2 alpha plus 2. 2 alpha plus 2, okay, is equal to log of 9 upon 8. So if you equate the corresponding values, 2 alpha plus 1 the whole square, okay, upon 2 alpha, okay, and then if I take 2 common here, 2 alpha plus 2 can also be written as, this is 2 alpha, this is 2 into alpha plus 1, okay, is equal to 9 by 8. Anyways, 2 into 2 will cancel with this 2 times. A square plus b square plus 4 alpha upon this is alpha square plus alpha, okay, is equal to 9 upon 2. Let us cross multiply. You will get 8 alpha square, okay, plus 2 plus 8 alpha, okay, is equal to 9 alpha square plus 9 alpha is equal to 9 alpha square plus 9 alpha. Okay, so I get alpha square plus alpha minus 2 is equal to 0. Split the middle term, you get alpha plus 2 into alpha minus 1 equal to 0. So alpha is equal to minus 2 or alpha is equal to 1. So one of the values of alpha will be minus 2. Okay, now see, actually 0 to a fx, 0 to a f of x dx can be written as 2 times integration 0 to a by 2, isn't it? 0 to a can be written as 2 times 0 to a by 2 f of x dx. I can use this property 0 to a by 2 f of x dx. If you change x to upper limit minus x, that is, you can use the property if f of a minus x is equal to f of x. That is, if you change x to upper limit minus x, you should get back the same thing. Okay, here also same, cos of pi minus x will be equal to actually minus cos x. Don't worry, there is a mod there. So this is equal to 2 times 0 to pi by 2. Okay, so this is 2 times integration 0 to pi by 2, and then you get modulus of cos x dx, mod of cos x whole cube dx. 0 to pi by 2 cos is positive, so this is 0 to pi by 2 cos cube x dx, right? No need to use the entire problem, integrate this, we can use the reduction formula. 0 to pi by 2 sin power mx, sin power mx is same as 0 to pi by 2 cos to the power of mx. If I use the reduction formula, this can be written as m minus 1, m minus 3, m minus 5, okay, and so on, divided by m, m minus 2, m minus 4, okay, and so on. You should multiply by pi by 2, okay, if m is even. If m is even. So anyways, I need not multiply 2 here because m is equal to 3, it's not. If it is even only, then I will multiply. So m minus 1 is 1, m minus 1 is 2, 3 minus 1, m minus 1 will be equal to 2, okay, no negative, no zeros, divided by m is 3, okay, 3 minus 2 is 1, so this will be equal to 4 upon 3. Answer is option D. Okay, I'm supposed to find the value of k. See, this can be written as, see, 1 by root 2k I'm going to take out. So this is 0 to pi by 3. Tan can be written as sin by cos. Okay, and then root of sec x can be written as 1 by root of cos x. Okay, and then d theta is equal to 1 minus 1 by root 2. 1 by this is root 2 into k. This is 0 to pi by 3. Okay, and then this is sin by cos. Okay, into this goes to numerator. This is root of cos theta, and then d theta is equal to 1 minus root 2. Okay, now I can write this as 1 upon root 2 into k. This is 0 to pi by 3. This is sin upon root of cos, okay, is equal to 1 minus 1 by root 2. Okay, I am going to multiply minus sign. See, follow carefully. I am going to write minus of 1 by root 2 into k, and then write this as 0 to pi by 3. Okay, and then this is minus sign divided by root of cos. Okay, and then d theta cos d theta, okay, is equal to 1 minus 1 by root 2. So this is 1 by root 2 into k. This is of the form f dash of x divided by root fx. F dash of x by root fx will be equal to 2 root fx. So this is 2 root of cos theta between the limits 0 to pi by 3 is equal to 1 minus 1 by root 2. Okay, so this is 1 upon root 2 into k into this is 2. Upper limit is cos 60 is half, right? So you get 1 by root 2, lower limit is 1 is equal to, I'm going to take minus common here, you get 1 by root 2 minus 1. Okay, anyways I can cancel this. What is left out now? So you get 2 upon root 2 into k is equal to, actually cancel minus as well, is equal to 1. Actually you get minus 2 here, minus 1 here. Okay, and cancel that minus as well. If you square on both sides, if you cross multiply, you get 2 is equal to root 2 into k. If you square on both sides, you get 4 is equal to 2k. So the value of k will be equal to 2. Okay, that's answer guys. Answer is option C. Thank you guys.